Hello there, this is Jay from JCAD. In this video, I will be talking about the mouse and how to use it in Autocad. I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing, and I have an empty drawing here, and I'm also gonna pull the notepad here, and here we go. So first note I want to mention is that you need a mouse. Use a mouse with a wheel, or what some people call scroll wheel, or the middle button on the mouse. Okay, because we will be using that. So first I want to talk about the left button on the mouse. We will talk about the right button, and we will talk about the wheel. Alright, so let's get going. So the left button in AutoCAD will allow you to select. It's used for selection, and you can use it in different ways. So if you click once without holding the left button and you drag the mouse, you will see it starts a selection window, and then you click again to close this selection window. I'm gonna drop a geometry here, just a simple circle, whatever the size. Okay, alright, so this circle I can select it by drawing a selection window around it, and again I clicked once here, and then you need to click once again here, and that does the selection window. And I'm gonna click escape on my keyboard to deselect this geometry. Okay, so again, selection window, click once, click again, and that closes the selection, and you can see our geometry, the circle here got highlighted, and you're seeing control points, and now it's selected. Okay, I'm gonna click escape again to deselect. Usually a good habit to double click on the escape, so just something to mention. Okay, another way to select the circle is actually by putting the cursor on top of it and then click once, and that selects it. You can see it's highlighted, and again I'm going to click escape to deselect it. So you can either click on an element in AutoCAD or draw a window around it to be able to select it. Okay, so bringing back the note here. So left button, what it does selection, and also you can draw a selection window by clicking twice. Just separate these. Alright, and here I just want to say selection by clicking on a geometry. I don't think I'm writing this right. Geometry directly, or you can draw a selection window by clicking twice. So that was the left button on the mouse. Moving forward with the right button right now, I'm gonna go back to AutoCAD, click here. So anytime when you're using AutoCAD, if you right click on the mouse, you will get an options menu. Now this options menu has a few commands. Personally, I usually use the isolate command, but that's beyond the scope of this video. So so again, this is the options menu, and I'm gonna click escape on the keyboard to get rid of this menu. If I select an element with the left button, of course, and then right click, I will get a different kind of options menu. And you can see here I can do erase, I can do some of the modifying commands like move, copy, scale, and rotate. Okay, so you would see an options menu, like different option menus depending on the element you have. So this is what we're seeing right now. So again, right click will show you the options menu, and I'll take a quick note of this. Right button will give you options menu. Okay, and now let's move to talk about the wheel. Click back in AutoCAD. Okay, so the wheel in AutoCAD is used to zoom inside and outside. So by scrolling upward, you will be able to zoom in, and if you scroll backwards, it will zoom out. I also want to mention that depending on where you are pointing the cursor, it will zoom depending where the cursor is standing. So for example, here if I zoom in right now, you can see it's focusing specifically on where the cursor is, and it zooms out based on that point. But for example, if I want to zoom in to the bottom portion of this circle, I'm gonna go there, and you can see it's zooming in. Okay, so that's regarding the wheel. That's one function of the wheel. Another function of the wheel is if you click and hold the wheel. So I'm gonna click and hold, and as you're holding, you will see this hand. So this activates a command called pan, P-A-N, and what pan essentially does, it holds the screen and allow you to drag it. For example, I'm pushing my mouse to the right now, and it's pulling it to the right side, and I'm gonna pull the opposite direction, and you can see it's pulling the model space to the opposite side, to the left side, and I just released the wheel. And let's bring the notes real quick. Okay, so the wheel has two functions. It allows you to zoom in and out by scrolling, allows you to pan. And also one more thing to mention is that you can zoom and pan at the same time. So to highlight this in AutoCAD, going back here, gonna push the notepad here. So back to AutoCAD, I can click, zoom, and you can see not exactly at the same time, but usually as you're working in AutoCAD, you're usually panning right, zooming here, zooming out, panning back, and so forth. Don't think I have a project open right now to show this, but I think you get the idea about the panning and zooming in AutoCAD. Okay, so one more thing about the left button. So I said you can do selection by clicking on a geometry directly. So that was one function, and another function is that you can draw a selection window by clicking twice. Not clicking twice actually, by clicking on two different points. Let's actually just say you can draw a selection window. You can draw a selection window. So if you click here, it will select the element. If you click here in an empty area and click again somewhere else, this will close the selection window. Okay, so one more thing is that what if you click and hold the left button? Click and hold, it will do something like this. If I click and hold the left button, you will see it will start to draw a fence, and this is called a fence selection. So basically I'm not drawing a window selection, this is called fence. So that's what happened when you click and hold the left button. It's up to you if you'd like to select in this way. I personally just use window. Very few cases I would select the fence. I would use the fence selection to select something specific. Okay, so to wrap up again, the left button is used for selection, the right button is used to show options menu, and the wheel, you would use it to pan and zoom. And that was it.